So, more retro pickups. This week has been a bit of a disaster, to be honest with you. I've been quite disappointed, really. I ordered a couple of games off CeX and off their website. So I got Pokemon Stadium 2, which I've wanted for a while. It's quite a sought after game. Received the cartridge. This is all trading credit, so I had about 80 something pound of trading credit from all the auction PS2, Xbox games, all that stuff. So it wasn't too bad. Received it the other day. Doesn't work. There's gouges all down the contacts, so that was disappointing. Extremely disappointing actually, because although in their defense they did refund me the value, so I have somewhere I've got a receipt, but yeah, it's buggered basically. I got Turok 2, a fiver. I am a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Perplexed, because I've got a third-party expansion pack for the N64, and this game ain't detecting it, so I don't know what's going on. And also, to be honest, I'm nostalgic, but this and the first game have kind of shocked me of how rough this game actually is. The controls are absolutely horrendous. And this came out after GoldenEye, I believe. So I don't know what on earth was the thinking there, but yeah, the controls are downright awful. Because it's not detecting my expansion pack in my N64, it's only playing in low res mode, so it's borderline unplayable, to be honest. This might be a point where nostalgia has the glass tinted nostalgia has kind of died on its ass. So very, very disappointed with that. I'm going to keep it because it does work. Alright, so this doesn't work barely at all. You put it in, I've cleaned the contacts. I can't see any damage on the contacts. It's not very easy to see. But extremely disappointed, so that will be going back to CeX. I'll be getting my money back on that. Who's ever sending these games out, you're doing and I don't normally swear, you're doing a piss poor job. Absolutely appalling. Who's ever sending these out? They're not checking them, and I know they're a second-hand thing, but goddamn. So that's been frustrating. And then you would think this is the last generation game. It would not install on my Series X, and it's only like, what, £4. The disc, as far as I can tell, has some marks on it, but you would not imagine that it would cause this amount of problems. But it literally is, and for some reason the bloody thing won't open. But I cannot understand how this just refuses to open, refuses to load. I got to about 44% on the install, and it would not have it, no matter what I tried. And there's really not a lot wrong with the disc, as far as I can tell. I don't know. But I'm at that point where I really am fed up with this. So that will also be going back. So I'll be getting my money back, or trading value back on them, because they don't work. This was an interesting one. I'm playing through the original the 2001 Wolfenstein on Game Pass, and it's only on PC Game Pass for some weird reason. And I saw this, and I thought, well, this is an interesting one, because there's some different mechanics in this, and it's delisted. It isn't on Game Pass. There's some sort of rights issues with it. It's in okay condition. It's not really that bad. It runs. I've tested it on my 360 to make sure. It isn't backwards compat, which is weird, but there is some rights issues with it. So there are some marks on the disc, but generally, it runs quite well. The frame rate is pretty rough, though. I will give that. The frame rate is pretty enough. But it's an interesting one. It's one I might even stream. The last thing I streamed was Fallout 4? Yeah, Fallout 4, I think it was. So, yeah, that's my retro pickups at the moment. Obviously, I'm disappointed in CeX, to be honest. In their defense, they did refund me the buy Pokemon Stadium 2, but I wanted the game, and unfortunately I don't have it now, so I've got to. I'm not in any rush, but the price on that particular one keeps going up and up and up. So it's definitely something I definitely want at some point. I got a Mega Ruby from them, and that works fine. I've tested that. So I don't know who's doing their fulfillment center or the place where this stuff's being sent from. They're doing a piss poor job. They're certainly not doing their job properly. But I'm just going to take that stuff back and get it refunded. I'm not going to say it's all the CX, but I do think they need to sort that out because the amount I've had to send back is a joke. Oh, it's not massive value, but it's irritating nonetheless. So I might be streaming Wolfenstein. I've played a little bit of it so far. As I said, it's a really good game. So far, it's very linear, but then mostly Wolfenstein games tend to be anyway. And it does give me like the Call of Duty vibes because it's very linear. But there's these abilities you get, which I haven't really explored much of it yet. But it's kind of interesting what you can do with the game. It's just that frame rate. The frame rate, that's definitely locked at 30 frames a second. And it just feels really, really janky at times. And very, the frame rate's just really rough. It drops. But, and you can't get it on anything else. I think it's delisted on everything. So that might be an interesting one. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully I'll get the CX stuff sorted out. I've got to pop down there at some point. I drove down there yesterday just to take Stadium back, and then did like a warranty test on it. So they refunded me the value for that. But it's just, you really, it is sort of making, I don't know if I want to buy anything from CX because the condition of the stuff they're sending out is a joke. That's not, obviously I'm sure there have been good experiences from it as well. But I don't know. I think, and this is just me sort of speculating, I guess. I think if you're gonna do CX stuff, make sure you go in store and buy it. Do not buy it on their online thing because it's the stuff I've had has been absolutely appalling. And for the Xbox One disc not to work, and then I didn't even, like an idiot, I didn't realize that it's on Game Pass anyway. But I wanted a physical thing, but I don't think it's worth collecting unless you're really adamant about it. I don't think it's worth collecting PS5, Series X discs, and maybe not even PS4 and Series S and Series S, Xbox One and Xbox One S and God, is it One X? Because you're still required to do downloads on them anyway. So, but you know, each to his own. But yeah, so it's kind of sucked a bit. So, but anyway, I hope that's been informative and interesting, and thanks for the time.